The committee has repeatedly urged Pakistan to take meaningful action against key Islamist terrorist groups operating within its territory. Unfortunately, Pakistan, which is now home to the world's fastest growing nuclear weapons program, has remained a fount of radical Islamist thought. It was no surprise that one of the San Bernardino attackers, Tashfeen Malik, studied at a Pakistani school spreading a particularly fundamentalist message. Looking back, the 9/11 terrorist attacks transformed U.S.-Pakistan relations overnight. After more than a decade under sanctions for its nuclear proliferation, Pakistan was to be a key ally in combating Islamist militancy, becoming a leading recipient of U.S. aid in the nearly 15 years since. But while the U.S. was quick to embrace Pakistan, Pakistan has hardly reciprocated. Pakistani have come and gone, but its northwestern frontier has remained a terrorist haven, with its security services supporting what it considers to be good Islamist terrorist groups. These good groups, under Pakistan's calculus, destabilize Afghanistan and threaten neighboring India, while the government simultaneously opposes what it considers the bad Islamist groups. Today, Deobandi schools create an infrastructure of hate. 600 Deobandi madrasas, funded with Gulf state money, teach intolerant, hate-filled rhetoric that inspires the foot soldiers of jihadist terrorism. I've made 3 trips to Islamabad to press this issue. Pakistan must do the work to register schools and close those creating new generations of radicals. And those are the schools that are being funded with Gulf state money, the Deobandi schools, and they need to be closed. Meanwhile, Pakistan's nuclear arsenal is on a track to be the 3rd largest. Its addition of small tactical nuclear weapons in recent years is even more troubling. This is a country which spends 1/5 of its budget on the military, from long-range missiles to F-16s, but under 2.5% on education. Through all of the double dealing, U.S. policy has essentially stood still. Security assistance, cash and arms, has continued to flow under the occasional temporary delays. Indeed, despite some Department of Defense assistance for Pakistan being held because of inadequate efforts against the Haqqani network, the State Department is currently seeking more arms for Islamabad. Pakistan itself has been devastated by terrorism, with thousands, over 2,000, of its soldiers killed, thousands and thousands of its citizens killed in terrorist attacks. Today, we recognize the year anniversary of a horrific attack on a school in Peshawar that killed over 100 children. We want a strong partnership with the country, but a new policy is long overdue. One option, as Ranking Member Engel and I proposed earlier this year, would be to target those officials who maintain relationships with designated terrorist groups with travel and financial sanctions. This would make it clear the U.S. and Pakistan cannot have a true strategic partnership until Pakistan's security services cuts ties with terrorist organizations. Recently, senior U.S. officials, including National Security Advisor Susan Rice and Deputy Secretary of State Tony Blinken, have traveled to Islamabad, reportedly to press on the Pakistani government. We look forward to hearing from our witnesses today whether there is reason for hope or if our policy is stuck in the same rut.